Hey guys, it's me back for another video. So right now I am in a hotel near the JFK airport in New York City. Just said goodbye to my family and friends today. So a little while ago I asked you guys to send me questions that you might have for me for when I'm going to Poland. If you didn't know, I'm leaving to go to Poland for 10 months on a student exchange program through AFS. I'm going to be staying with the family, and I'm going to be going to a Polish school there. I believe that all of the school is going to be in Polish, so it's going to be a learning experience. The reason I chose AFS is because it just has so many more benefits. Even though it was more costly, I get insurance while I'm over there, they pay for all my supplies, and also the host family doesn't get any money from hosting me. It's just out of the kindness of their hearts and because they want to host. So here goes the questions. The first question is, what is the hardest thing to leave behind? For me, the hardest thing to leave behind would probably be all of my friends and family, especially my really close family, like my mom, dad, sister. Me and my sister have gotten really close lately. And then some of my really close friends that I'm gonna miss like crazy. The second question is, what are your expectations? When we went on the program, one of the things that the volunteers from the organization told us is that go in with hopes, but don't go in with expectations, because you don't want to be disappointed. Either way, you're going to get an amazing experience. My hopes are that I'm going to grow as a person, and because when you get out of your comfort zone, you realize who you are. When I'm put in awkward situations or uncomfortable situations, I need to dig deep into myself. I'm going to really find myself during this trip, I hope. Are you scared at all? Yes. The next one is, why did you choose Poland? I chose Poland because, so first of all, I'm half Polish. My dad's family is Polish. Both his parents are second generation Polish. My grandpa, his father was from Białystok, which is near the Russian border. My grandpa's first language is Polish, but he lost a lot of it. My grandma, her mother and father were from Poland. Her mother was from the region between Poland and what is now Ukraine. It was called Galicia, and it was part of Poland at the time. So when she came over, she spoke partially Polish, partially Ukrainian, kind of mixed. I've always loved pierogi. My grandma can tell you that. I used to go over her house and she would always have pierogi. I've always been exposed to the culture, you know, where I live, Great Meadows. There's a lot of Polish people in the area, and I've grown up around the language, and it's just always intrigued me. The next question is, are you staying with relatives or living with a family that's not related? I'm going to be staying with a host family. So the way that AFS does it is they don't just throw me with a random family. They have a screening process where they send my profile to families, and the families, they choose me. They try to make it as smooth of a transition as possible. The next question is, what do you think is going to be the hardest part about going on exchange in Poland? I think the hardest part for me is going to be trying to do the schoolwork. I know I shouldn't be worrying about the schoolwork, but if I get no credits, I could just double up my senior year, and it's no problem really. So I think the hardest part is going to be definitely the language, but language more in settings of like school and necessary communication. The next question is, what is the most interesting thing about Poland from your perspective? One of the things that I love about what I can see from the Polish culture is how it's so influenced by the early pagans. It's interesting to see how like Christianity and the pagan traditions mix. You still have some of the old holidays with like a new meaning. It's just so deep and rich in the culture. It's interesting because Poland was partitioned so many times, so there's different culture clashes I feel in Poland. Once again, I haven't been there, so I don't know. What kinds of things did you hope to learn about your own heritage as an exchange student? To be honest, any culture really intrigues me. It's just Polish was the most easily accessible in my area, and I kind of just fell in love with the culture. It's not so much as me wanting to learn more about my heritage, it's mostly just trying to get out of my comfort zone and learning a new language along the way. The next one is, what are your hopes and dreams for this amazing journey? Like I said, I want to go on this journey to get out of my comfort zone, but mostly to find out who I am. I feel like when I'm in the same process every day, I know how I react in certain situations, but when that's all I become, I just want to be a better person. When you go somewhere different and see different views, one of the things that I've heard is that the more you travel and see other people's opinions, the more likely you are to see people with different opinions as a person. People are people no matter where you go, no matter what they believe. We all have humanity. Ooh, this one's a good one. What foods are you excited to try? I'm definitely excited to try real Polish pierogi and gołąbki and kielbasa. Most of the Polish foods that I want to try are I want to try the authentic versions because I've tasted the Americanized versions, but I want to taste the Polish version. I also want to try some of the more weird things. When I'm in the culture, I'll be more open. Our last question is, what are some things you are nervous about? I'm nervous about everything, but obviously because I'm going into a place I don't know what to expect. I'm sitting in a hotel room right now, waiting to go on a plane across the Atlantic Ocean to somewhere I've never been before. Obviously, I have things I'm nervous about, and one of the main things is the language and being able to communicate, but I'm sure I'll do fine. It's all a learning experience. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and leave a comment, like, and subscribe down below. You see right here, I got my friend Kale. He's a goat, and his little prince crown.